Hello, and welcome to another banknote. And today we have another one of these from Venezuela. I somewhat recently, a couple of months ago, bought kind of a lot of these. I mean, they're all different, but still Venezuela. So here's another one. And this one, same as the previous ones, was kind of sideways on. So let's flip it. So let's start here at what I assume is the top. So Venezuela, República Bolivariana de Venezuela, or something close to that anyway. So this one is at 10 bolívares. I don't know if that's a lot or a little. I assume not too much. I did not pay that much for these banknotes. Let me zoom a little bit. There you go. So, yeah, pretty standard stuff here. There is a circle here, and there is something inside of it, like watermarks. I see like the 10s going down, and I do see something here. Not sure what it is. I don't think it's from the other side. What does it say here? BCV? Banco Central Venezuela, maybe? Central Bank of Venezuela? Could be. Okay, so the 10 there, some text I can't quite make out. I hope the video is not too dark. If it is, sorry about that. I have to fix my light. But it's definitely dark for me. It looks fine on the screen here. Well, anyway, so there's some text here that I can't really make out. And then we have the signatures of, well, the normal people. There is a star here. I'm not sure if that's for something specific, but next to that, or sort of in front of it, there is an anteater. At least I think that's what that is. More about that later, I think. Then moving further down, well, I guess we should take the dude first. So we have this guy. Not sure who he is specifically. Bolivar, maybe? I don't know. He's wearing that old-fashioned kind of uniform, which looks very interesting. I'm not sure how comfortable it is, though, all the way up there around your chin, but it looks fancy. So, that's cool enough, I guess. I guess it's a pretty good representation of him, so no complaints there. He looks very determined, but I guess he was running a nation or something. So around here we have lines, different patterns. They are bending here a little bit. I guess it's just a safety feature of the banknote and nothing else really. There's also something else in the background, but I don't know what that might be. I'm thinking a map, but I'm not familiar enough with Venezuela to know if that's the case, but it looks like it could be a map. So that's interesting. There's also what looks like a plant here, some leaves. But it's not detailed enough to make out what it might be. There are also these three lines. That's kind of odd why they would be there. They don't seem to serve much of any purpose. But, well, it is what it is. And we also have the serial number, which was up in the top right corner, but normal stuff. At the bottom we have this with a 10. That looks fine. Nothing overly special, I would say. So I think, like, overall it's a pretty decent banknote. Nothing overly special, but nothing horrifying. The colors are kind of muted. Not very vibrant, but also not very boring. So it's a pretty solid banknote so far, I would say. But let's flip it over and see what we have on the other side. Let me zoom out a little bit. Okay, so here we have the anteater. I did say it would be back. Again, I assume it is that. But Banco Central de Venezuela, so Central Bank of Venezuela. I'm guessing this is the coat of arms, which looks pretty cool. Most of them do, so there's that. Over here, to me here in the lack of light that I have, it looks brownish. So not my favorite color, but it has a lot of 10s in the background, so just in case. And then we kind of have the main attraction here, so anteater, and it looks like there's a thunderstorm in the bag. That's kind of cool. Although I do suspect that an anteater would seek shelter if there is any to be found during a thunderstorm, but fine, whatever, it's a choice, I guess. Now, what is a little bit odd is the orange color. I'm not sure why orange. So, slight critique, I suppose, but the anteater is detailed enough, you can see the hairs and whatnot. So, those are pretty cool. There is some text, where is it? Down here at the bottom. It might actually say what this animal is specifically, but I cannot read that. But it'll probably show up fine just in the video. A little bit further over here to the right, again we have kind of like a window. Well, it's not a window in the sense that you can see through the banknote, it's not transparent, but there is something here again that you can see. I think there is something else, but I can't make out what it might be. So there's that. Again, we have some stars, we have the small anteater, the 10 there, 10 bolívares. Bolívares? I'm not sure. The accent there over the eye is where the pressure is supposed to go, but nah, no time for that right now. So pretty standard stuff, although there's only one 10 on this side, if you don't count the small ones over to the left. And the small ones here, but like one that you can definitely see without needing glasses. So yeah, we also have this. Oh, and it looks like there's like an oil field here. It looks like an oil well. Is that called a pump? I don't know, but it looks like that. It's pumping on oil from a well. And I guess Venezuela is fairly famous for having oil, so it makes sense. So yeah, pretty good banknote overall. I would say the only real minus here is the color scheme. Mostly on this side. The other, like, fine. This could be better. But anyways, I think that's about it. So thank you for watching. Until next time, bye bye.